Hi there, welcome to today's practice. My name is Lauren Marples and I'm delighted to be guiding you through today's practice and help you to strengthen and lengthen into your core muscles. So we're focusing mostly today on the circumference of our torso here. We're going to start with our breath. So the diaphragm muscle is just above, so it's the kind of king or the queen, the tip top of our core muscles, what makes up the core. And our diaphragm is going to support any kind of strengthening, any kind of lengthening that we're going to do today as well. Before we get started, you might like to bring a bolster. So we're ending today's practice in a heart bench. So just having something that will act to lift your heart space towards the sky. So either blocks, you might like one block, you might like two blocks, or having a long bolster or maybe one of those shorter bolsters as well. Anything is perfect. Anything that'll just lift your heart space towards the sky. And then maybe a blanket for underneath your knees if you have any sensitivity there or if you're practicing on a hard floor. And we'll just start in our seated position. So taking your hands either somewhere on your legs or in your lap, relax your shoulders, close down the eyes, and then relax your belly. So allowing your tummy to be in its natural way. Let's sync our breath. Exhale, bringing the tummy in towards the spine. And then inhaling, filling that space up. Exhale, release and relax out the breath. And once again, breathing in long, slow breaths in through the nose. On your next exhalation, feel your whole body relax down towards the ground. So your facial muscles, your shoulders, your legs. And then last breath here together. Exhale, releasing that breath out. Take your palms in the center of your heart space. Bring your thumbs against your chest. Setting an intention for your practice today. How would you like to feel moving? How would you like to feel breathing? How would you like to feel in your Shavasana? How would you like to feel? So thinking about that intention, why you decided to join this practice, why you decided to be here and show up for yourself today. And then taking a breath in. Letting that breath go. Bringing one Om into the space around you, filling up your voice, filling up your body with your vibration, with your voice. Or you might like to say it out loud or think it in your mind. So one Om, exhale fully. Take a breath in, lift your heart space. Inhaling here. Exhale, bring your chin towards your fingers. Thank yourself for being here. Thank yourself for coming, for arriving on your mat, for practicing today. And your mat for supporting your practice, and yoga for existing so that we can share this experience together. Starting to blink your eyes open, raise your gaze when you're ready. We're going to begin with some wrist warm-ups. So first, just shaking out the wrists. Shaking the fingers, shaking the wrists, maybe moving them in circular motions, whatever feels good for them. The goal here is just to warm the wrists, so whatever you'd like to do to have that effect on the wrists, do that. So it could be some flicking, it could be some rolling. So you can start to roll with me if you wish, in the same way or in different ways. And then just going in the opposite direction. Well done. Perfect. Take your hands onto your knees. Inhale, lift your heart space forward. So starting that lengthening, opening up through the front body. And then exhale, shortening that front body and lengthening into the back body. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, push your middle back back. Shoulders come forward. Head drops down. Let's do two more. Inhale forward into our cow, seated cow pose. And then exhale, seated cat pose. Let's do one more. I can't remember if I said that the last time, but one more. Inhale. Exhale. And then neutral spine on your inhale. Take your hands onto your mat. Come into tabletop position. Put your palms into the floor and start to straighten out the legs coming into your plank. And then push your hips high to the sky into downward facing dog. Bending at the knees, move your feet a little bit wider apart so that they're hip distance, and start to pedal out the legs here. So you can nod your head yes or shake it no, creating a little bit of this looseness into our neck muscles. And then find stillness in your downward facing dog. Look forward. Inhale, come into plank. Drop the hips. And then exhale, push back into downward dog. 2 more times. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Well done. 1 more time. Inhale to plank. Look forward ahead of your mat. And then exhale, look back to the feet as you push back into downward dog. Inhale, coming forward into plank. And then 1 elbow at a time, or both elbows at the same time, we lower onto our forearms, finding our forearm plank. So you might like to keep your elbows and your hands shoulder distance apart, or maybe it's more comfortable for you to take your hands together and interlace them. And then from here, we're coming towards dolphin. So lifting our hips, walking our feet forward towards the elbows. You can bend your knees, look back towards the feet. And then press your forearms forward into the mat to send your heart space and your tummy towards the tops of your legs. Well done. 1 more breath here. And then take an inhale. On your exhale, walk back into a forearm plank. Look ahead of your mat, drop your hips down. And then lift back up on your inhale. Hips to the sky, find your dolphin. Bend your knees, push your forearms into the ground, send your tummy towards your thighs. Well done. We're just going to do that 1 more time. So take a breath in. Walk back into plank. Send your hips and your heart space down to the ground. Look forward, push out your elbows. Take a breath in. Exhale, start to walk forward towards your elbows. Bend your knees, push your elbows into the ground, lift out of your shoulders, bring your tummy towards your thighs. You got it. And then knees to the ground. Well done. Untuck your toes. Just give your arms a little bit of a shake. Well done, perfect. So taking your hands back to the mat, we're going to kickstand our right leg, send it over towards the right side of our mat. Keep your right hand on the ground, left leg straightens out. So we're in a modified side plank here, and then we're going to lift up onto that knee. Take your hands behind your head, bend your elbows, take a breath in. And then exhale, lean the elbow towards that straight leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, elbow towards the leg. Inhale, back up, well done. Exhale to lean. Inhale, back up. Release the left hand, bring it onto your left leg, lean over. So pull your right shoulder back, pull your right elbow back. You might even like to lift your right hand towards the sky and then bring it in the direction of the back of your mat as well. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, hands to the ground, knees to the ground. So using your blanket underneath the knees if you feel that there's like that sensitivity there. Kickstand your left leg, bring it towards the left side of your mat. So your knee and your left foot is in line. And then right leg straightens out. And then we push our way up. Inhale. Exhale, take your hands behind your head. Take a breath in. Exhale, elbow towards that right foot. Inhale, back up, well done. Exhale, elbow to foot. Inhale, back up. Elbow to foot. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean. Straighten your right hand, bring it towards that right leg. Lift your left hand towards the sky, breathe in, and then lean over. And if there's any kind of sensitivity or discomfort in the left shoulder, you might like to take it into a semicircle to bring it over towards the back side of your mat. Push your hips forward, maybe looking up underneath that left arm towards the sky. And then inhale, coming back up. Take your hands onto the ground with your exhale. Walk your hands forward, take a breath in, and then exhale, drop your elbows towards the ground. Option to stay here. Or on your next exhalation, you're allowing your heart space to drop towards the ground. So you're starting to arch the back. If you need a bit more space for your arms, bring them away from each other or further forward. Chin on the ground or forehead on the ground or forehead on your block. And with each exhale that we take, we're allowing our heart space to drop towards the floor and our tummy towards the thighs. So middle back, shoulders. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then come forward onto your forearms, dropping your hips down towards the ground. Release your heart space towards the floor. Take your hands next to your chest. Inhale for either baby cobra or maybe more of an extended cobra. Heart space forward, shoulders back, hips and toes pressing into the ground. Take 1 more inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes, lift up into downward facing dog. Readjust your feet as needed, pressing your arms into the mat, lifting out of your shoulders. And then inhale, look forward, either step or jump to the top of your mat. Come into a half lift from there, straightening through the spine. And then exhale, fold forward over your legs. Bend your knees, relax your head. Push your feet into the floor, take your hands towards the sky, breathe in. And then exhale, interlace your fingers. Kali Mudra with the index finger towards the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean right. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale for plank. Take a breath in plank, and then traveling down halfway or all the way to the floor, untuck your toes, take a back bend, so upward facing dog or baby cobra or extended cobra, flipping your feet over for downward facing dog. 3 breaths here in downward dog. Well done, last one. Look forward, inhale, step walk or jump to the top of your mat, and then find your half lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold forward, tummy to thighs, relax your head, and then push through the feet. Inhale to rise. Once again, interlace your fingers, take a breath out. Opposite thumb comes over the opposite finger this time, so different thumb position, index finger to the sky. Inhale, reach up, and then exhale, lean right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, leaning left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump into your plank, and then travel down halfway or all the way, taking your back bend of choice on your inhale, and then flipping your feet over for downward facing dog on your exhale. Readjusting your feet, maybe bending your knees, push your tummy towards your legs. Look forward, step your right foot in between the hands, and then spin your back foot so your heel comes onto the ground. Warrior 2. Inhale, sweep your arms up and over, looking over your right middle finger, sitting down into your hips, bending through that right knee. And then taking your hands behind your head, elbows out, take a breath in. On your exhale, bring your elbow towards that right knee. Inhale, back up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, back up, well done. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, inhale, back up. Exhale to knee. Inhale, back up. Straighten your right leg, take your arms apart, either keeping this wide stance or you might like to shorten it. And then inhale, reach forward with the right hand. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm comes up, looking up towards that left thumb. Trikonasana. So maybe if you'd like to, again, practice that strength, taking your right hand towards the inside of the right leg and using it to help you turn your chest towards the sky, but not leaning into it. Last breath here, well done. Press through the feet. Take your hand onto something, the right hand, either towards the ground, towards your right shin, towards your right foot, or onto your block. And then we're sending the left arm over the left ear. So really nice opening through the left side body. Continuing to look underneath the left arm. Perfect. Take your left arm back up towards the sky. Breathe in. On your exhale, bend through your right knee. So your right hand travels down towards the inside of the right leg or onto your foot, or again, using your block perhaps, taking your hand onto your block. And you can either keep your left arm towards the sky or you're bringing it over the left ear. Taking one more breath in here. And then look down, take your hands to frame your right foot. Step back into plank, breathe in plank. Exhale, travel down. Untuck your toes, find your back bend. And then exhale for downward dog. Find your breath, elongate it. Look forward, step your left foot in between the hands. And then spin your right foot out. Bend your left knee, warrior two. Inhale to lift up and over with the arms. Looking over your left middle finger this time. Take your hands behind the back of your head, elbows out. Breathing in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, back up. Exhale, elbow to knee, well done. Inhale, back up. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, inhale, up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, back up. Straighten your left leg, take your arms out. Wide stance or shorter stance for Trikonasana. Reach forward, left hand. And left hand comes down, right hand comes up. And then once again, maybe if you'd like to use more of this abdomen strength, this core strength, you're bringing your left hand towards the inside of your left foot and just using it to help turn your heart space towards the sky. Push firmly into the ground with your feet. Looking up towards the sky, or finding another drishti to focus your attention on. And then placing that left hand down towards the floor, take your right arm over your ear. So your left hand on your left shin, on the left foot, on the floor, or on your block. Keep trying to turn your heart space towards the sky. Keep reaching with your fingers over the right ear. Right hand to the sky, breathe in. On your exhale, bend your left knee, side angle pose. Bring your left hand towards the inside of that left leg, onto your block, onto your foot, or you can bring your forearm onto the top of your left leg, and then we're bringing our right arm over our ear. Looking up underneath the right arm. If your hand is towards the inside of that left knee, use the arm to help turn your chest towards the sky. Bend into the left knee, drop your hips, well done. And then look down towards the floor. Take your hands onto your mat. Step it back into your plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, travel down. Untuck your toes, find your back bend. And then exhale for downward facing dog. We're going to look forward. Step our right foot forward. And then walk your hands over towards the left side of your mat, and your toes will spin in the same direction. Turn your toes towards the corners of your mat, bend your knees, and then come up into your goddess pose. And then in goddess pose, so we have a theme for this class. This will feel familiar, taking the hands behind the head, elbows out. Take a breath in. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean right. Inhale, center, well done. Exhale, lean left. One more time in each direction. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. Inhale, up. Exhale, straighten your legs, turn your toes inwards. Take your hands on your hips, breathing in. And then exhale, we're gonna fold forward, dropping the head towards the ground, keeping your hands on your hips, looking in between the legs or back behind you, and leaning into the toes. So each time we breathe in, our head comes down towards the ground. And each time we breathe out, we're bringing our tummy towards the thighs. Bring your shoulders back, heart space towards the legs, well done. Lifting the hips up high to the sky, you got it. Press through the feet, inhale to rise. Look towards the front of your mat, step there. Join your palms in front of your heart space and drop your hands down next to your hips. So from the top of our mat, take your hands towards the sky, breathing in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, find your plank. And then from your plank, we're going to come down as slowly as you possibly can. Bring your elbows in towards the body. Slow, 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 until you arrive on your tummy, untucking your toes. Perfect. Just taking your hands towards the corners of your mat, onto your fingertips, and then inhale, lifting your heart space. Bring the heart space forward. So again, we're opening up into our chest, into our tummy areas, front of the body. Well done. And strengthening into the back. One more breath here. And then lowering back down towards the ground, lifting your elbows. Take your hands alongside your hips, bend your knees, and we're going to come into a skydiver, so active bow pose. On your inhale, lifting your heart space, lifting your knees off the ground. Bring your hands back towards the feet. So you can look up or you can look forward, whatever feels the best. And then relax down. So option for one more skydiver pose or coming into bow pose, holding onto the feet or the ankles. Bring the knees back together again if you open them out, looking down. On your next inhale, push your feet into your hands. Lifting the knees, lifting your heart space, shoulders back. Press your hips into the ground, well done. And again, you can look up towards the sky or look forward, whatever works. Heart space forward, tummy down. And then relax towards the floor. Bring your cheek onto the ground, move your hips from side to side. Take your hands next to your chest, come up onto your knees, and then we're going to roll over onto our bums. So bringing the legs out in front of us. Option to take your blanket or your cushion underneath your sit bones, particularly if you feel like you roll backwards in forward folds or when you're seated. And then taking your hands either somewhere on your legs, your big toes, the sides of your feet, or if you wish, take your hands towards the sky to start off with. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach forward. With each inhale, we're bringing our heart space towards the feet. And with each exhale, we're bringing our tummy towards the legs. You can bring your chin in towards your chest or look towards the toes. Relax your shoulders. Just giving your back a little chance to adjust into this new pose, into this counter pose. So opposite direction to where we just were. Last one. And then inhale, walk your hands back towards you. So for this next one, you might like to just have your block nearby. You don't necessarily have to use your block, but if you have one or if you have any kind of objects near your space, just having it next to your mat. And then we're bending our knees, bringing the hands behind the legs, coming up onto your toes, and finding our Navasana. So you can lift your hands away from the backs of your legs if you like, or you can keep them there, up to you. Your legs are either bent or straight. Pulling your heart space towards the knees. Well done. Drop your right knee down towards the ground. And then lift it back up. Left leg drops down. And then up. So continuing with these toe taps, or if you'd like to use your object, you're bringing the object, your block, underneath each leg as you lift them off the ground. So going under and over the opposite leg. To make it a little bit more challenging, the leg that's dropping down, we're straightening it towards the ground. So let's go for 10. Well done, nice and stable. 9, keep going with your breath. 8, 7, you got it. 6, 5, 4, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Sitting up, take your knees in towards your chest. Kiss the knees. Bring your heart space up towards the knees, straightening through the spine. Taking a few moments here. And then we'll bring our heart bench underneath the spine. So bringing your bolster, or if you're using blocks, the block will go lengthways down the spine. So you're bringing it towards the middle back body. And then you can also take your other block and just pop it underneath where your head will go. So I'll demonstrate using both. With your bolster, have a little space between your lower back and your bolster. Bend the knees, walk your hands towards where the bolster starts, lean back into the bolster, and then drop your head towards the ground. So shoulders relax. And you can either keep your knees bent or you can straighten them out. And then when we come out of it, bending the knees again. So with our blocks, one block goes underneath the head, the other block goes down the length of the spine. And same idea, we're bringing our hands to where the block starts, leaning back into it, coming onto the elbows. And adjusting as needed. So you might need to lower the block, or if it's very uncomfortable with the block, taking a blanket over it or taking cushions over it. And then we're relaxing here. So knees up, or once again, legs can straighten out. Closing down the eyes, just allowing yourself to settle and melt into your prop. Slowing down the breath, slowing down the body. With your mind focusing on your inhales, focusing on your exhales. So from here, we're just going to start to get ready to come off our heart bench. So we're starting to bend our knees. Put pressure on the forearms. Take your chin towards your chest. Roll into your seated position. Remove your props that you were using. And then coming onto your backs once again. So massaging into your back, take your knees towards your chest. Rock from side to side. And then bringing the arms out towards the side, either straight or you can take a cactus with the arms. Taking a breath in. On your exhale, drop your knees down towards the left side. So right shoulder towards the ground. Maybe you're using your left hand on the top of your right knee to find this twist. And you can either stack your knees as they are now, or you might like to cross your right leg over your left, or even cross it underneath it. And breathing here into your twist. Thinking about any tension, any pressure, any stress in the spine and the hips that are releasing. Perfect. We'll take one more breath here. Unraveling the legs, have them stacked next to each other again. And then inhale with the strength of that core. Knees come towards the sky, breathing in. On our exhale, we're going to drop the knees down towards the opposite side. So once again, either you're keeping your knees stacked, or maybe you'd like to cross your legs around each other. Left shoulder pulls down, left shoulder pulls away from your heart space. Heart space pulls away from the knees, from the hips. And then the knees pull away from the hips as well. So we're actively trying to find our twist. Or you can relax the body into the ground. So you choose how you'd like to take this twist as well. Perfect. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then lifting our knees back towards the sky, breathing in. Hug your knees, kiss the knees, and then we'll take our Shavasana. So anything you need here in Shavasana, a cushion, a bolster underneath your knees, a blanket over your body. Watching your breath move in and out of you. So there's nothing left for you to do here. I recommend to stay as long as you feel the need to. So listening to the body. Allowing your body to settle completely towards the ground. So if you'd like to stay a little bit longer in Shavasana, just pausing me and then unpause when you would like to come out of it. From here, we'll start to deepen our breath. Bringing a little bit of movement into your toes, into your fingers. Maybe taking your arms over your head and stretching through the body. And in your own time, bending the knees, rolling over onto your side body, coming up into a ball, maybe wrapping your arms around each other and giving yourself a little rub or a squeeze or a hug. And then when you feel ready to, we can start to lift up into our seated position once again. Finding your seat, closing the eyes if you open them, take your palms together, bring your thumbs against your chest. And then we'll finish our practice today with one Om. So once again, you can either speak it, say it in your mind, or sing it with your voice. Exhale fully. Take a breath in. Inhale. Exhale, bring your chin down, bring your nose down. Thank yourself once again for joining today's practice. Blinking the eyes open, raise your gaze. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's flow. Have a beautiful day ahead, or evening ahead, or morning ahead, whatever time of day it is for you. And I'll see you in our next practice together. Thank you.